This is the G290 Fat 2. If you have the chance to pick only one guitar, I would say that's the one. So, John, what do you think?
The Desert Island guitar. This is my first time playing it. So why don't we walk through it, see what we got here?
Absolutely.
5-way switch.
5-way switch we have.
Where should we start? On the neck, probably, right?
That's going to be the neck humbucker.
If you were going to start on the neck, you would say that's the first position, but we call it the fifth position in guitar land because it doesn't make any sense. But let's start on the neck, right? Sounds great. You know, creamy, good kind of rhythm guitar.
Do you like it?
Now that's just the neck humbucker right there. The next position down, position 4 for you guys out there.
Now you're actually splitting the two humbuckers into sort of say single coils and using the inner coils.
Okay, yeah, I can hear that.
Really?
I can hear it. All right. Okay, cool. Then continuing on is the middle.
Now you're actually fully engaged using both two humbuckers together.
Okay. Okay, I'm hearing a little bit more of that body come back, kind of similar to the neck. So there's the neck, and then there's both. So I can definitely hear kind of a little more bite, I guess, kind of added to it. The next position down.
Now you're actually splitting those humbuckers again and using the outside coils.
Outside, okay, so. And then that compared to inner. Okay, I can definitely hear a difference there for sure. You're right, the versatility here. This could be the Desert Island guitar.
Yeah.
Except if I was on a desert island, if I wouldn't have power, I'd need like a headphone amp or something like that.
Solar power?
Solar.
Yes.
See, there we go. Sold separately. And then finally the bridge. Ooh, that's hot.
As expected.
There we go. All right, cool. So I think I have a good idea of how I would use this. I personally, especially for the neck stuff like that, humbucker, like, I play a lot of finger style. So I would like that predominantly clean-ish. And then the same thing with maybe Hendrixian stuff when you split it, like get that kind of like spanky, chimey sound. And then middle, all out, you'd probably, I would choose to put like some kind of distortion, right? And then same thing, split, if you're. And then all the way. Yeah.
Thank you for using the whammy bar. That's what I want to
Did you like
show
that?
it for.
You
Absolutely.
like that? You're
Yep.
looking, I saw you eyeballing it the whole time. You're like, is this dude ever gonna play the whammy bar? You know what my favorite whammy bar thing is? Having it on the back a little bit, and then just the real sly hit it.
Finish the song, wait for the applause.
Yes, exactly. Because I still want to make eye contact with the adoring fans when I'm doing it. Like that. And there's a little, that's too much effort for me. I gotta look, find it, do it. I like having it on the back, and then just kind of a little slide, a little tap.
This is a good time for a spec check.
Spec check.
Voiced tone VTH77 pickup set, custom wiring mod, alder body with flamed maple top, roasted maple neck and fretboard, compound radius fingerboard, Ergo V neck profile, staggered locking tuner, Graphtec tusk knot, spoke knot hot rod truss rod. So on that guitar, we actually have a roasted fingerboard and neck. And there's a very special temperature treatment behind that to give it a lot more stability, and it also looks great.
Yeah, for sure. Roasted maple, I think, is like the most choice roasted of all the roasted tone woods. Roasted maple is the one to choose for sure. Looks great, but you were telling me that there's actually practical benefits from it aside the looks.
There is. Like, let's say you're a touring musician,
Okay.
for example, and you're traveling through different climate zones, more deserty type of, like South European, or maybe in the States here, and you go into some place where it's definitely more humid,
Florida.
for example,
Right.
and it's definitely going to stay stable there.
Okay, so aside from it looking good, it's like it stabilizes the neck.
Very much so. Yeah.
Okay, great.
They remove a lot of the humidity in the wood that way by the special heat treatment. And that's a main factor.
See, because I've always heard of like roasted tone woods, but it's like, okay, cool, whatever. But to actually know that, like, all right, well, in the making of it, they're actually cooking essentially the water out of it.
Absolutely.
So it's just set and it's like good to go.
Yeah, and it has to be done very carefully because you can over roast it too.
Right. So kind of like every time I try to make kale chips in my oven, over roast them, never turn it out like they do in the store. But it's good. It's good to know. I never actually knew that there was a benefit aside from it just being a cool look.
Yep.
It just feels right. What's going on here?
Thanks for pointing that out. I'm glad you actually noticed.
Yeah.
The neck is very ergonomically shaped. We have a compound radius fingerboard here. And yeah, we just try to make it as all-round as possible. So for all the different playing situations you might encounter.
For sure. I think, and the feel of it, is there a satin finish?
Absolutely,
I guess? Yep. Okay. And I guess though, when you're making the neck and you're roasting it, that in combination with the satin finish just kind of makes it feel very playable, I guess, for lack of a better word. But I feel like I'm getting around on it, because I've played guitars that have like a lacquer finish and I stick a little bit more. So I think it's a combination of that ergonomic profile and the actual kind of finish, the roasted nature of it, and the satin that just feels good. Feels great.
Glad to hear.
Desert Island guitar.
A G290, Fat 2.